Alright, so in this one, I just want to make a quick little update, go over my levels and my plans going into the weekend. So since the video I made yesterday, price has gotten a move to the upside, and we have now come back down to retest this value area high after getting back above it. Now we've gotten a pretty decent bounce from that value area high, and when you adjust this range over to recent price action, the value area high does move up a little bit. But still, we did wick below it, and right now we've gotten back above it. And in terms of the longer term, looking at this larger range, right now this value area high is really all that I care about. If we get a significant bounce from here and we kind of come up to continue putting in highs, then obviously that's bullish. We've retested the value area high and continue moving up from there. If we start to lose the value area high, then I think things start to become a little bit more bearish, and that makes it more likely that we will get a move down to the point of control, maybe even the value area low. So really, right now, in terms of this range, I'm just looking to see what happens at this value area high. And another thing to note is that we technically can come down pretty much to the lows of the range and still maintain this 6-hour uptrend. Technically, we can even take out this low because this is not a confirmed higher low yet. On this 6-hour structure, we broke structure right here and put in a higher high, and since then have just been trading in between the high and the low. Until price comes up to put in a new high like that, then that will confirm this as a higher low. But technically right now we can come down, even take out this wick, and as long as we don't take out this low right here, we can still maintain that 6-hour uptrend that we were looking at. So even if we do get a move down to the lows of the range, until we lose this low down here, I don't think it is super bearish. So I'll go over my key levels locally, but first I want to talk about the past few trades that I took. So I actually took two longs, one from right here and one from right here. And I was trying to find all the levels I used in this trade. I know it was an NDPOC. If you go to the higher time frames, we did have an NDPOC right here on the 12-minute, or excuse me, on the 24-minute. Actually, when you go to the 12-minute, it changes. And we still have not hit that 12-minute NDPOC. So, that is still a level I have marked out. And since I've been marking out these previous day levels, since I kind of use them for lower time frame scalping, I tend to mark them out on the lower time frames. And if I'm looking for a higher time frame NDPOC, and by that I mean one that we formed a long time ago, for example, maybe up here, we do have an NDPOC up here, then I would mark this one out on the higher time frame, because it just kind of makes sense that if it's been a while since you've hit it, then you'd probably want to pay attention to the higher time frame one. But if you're trading lower time frames, then you might want to look at the lower time frame volume. But that was an NDPOC. It was also the value area high retest, like I said. I was looking at it before I adjusted it to new price action, so it was pretty much exactly where we bounced from. Yeah, it took a little long from there, and I ended up getting stopped out at a break even for this one. And I think I actually TP1'd right here at this kind of retest of previous support. So TP1 there, TP2 here, and I actually left my stop a little bit lower below my entry because I thought there was a decent chance that we would break above VWAP here. Because also looking at market cipher, we did see divergences here on the 6-minute. Not with money flow. Money flow was getting lower at the time, but we did see a nice divergence with momentum there. And we also saw a 1-minute divergence as we put in that last low, and this even gave us a slight divergence in money flow too. If you really zoom in here, we made a slightly higher low there as price made that slightly lower low. So yeah, it was looking like a decent scalp trade, and I at least locked in a break even. I took a little bit extra profit at the VWAP just so I can have a break even. I wanted to leave my stop below the 786, and we ended up coming down for that. As you can see right here, we literally came right down below the 786, and that's pretty much where we bottomed. but I did take another long right about here, and that is because after we made that second low, if I go to Coinalyze, we did see some local absorption. On the 1 minute time frame, this is where we came down below the 786, and if you zoom in, we were seeing some potential absorption here. CVD putting in lower lows as price was putting in higher lows, and the open interest was growing, showing that new positions were opening. A lot of new positions were opening here. Some of them were longs, some of them were shorts, but overall, since CVD was putting in lower lows and the open interest was pretty much steadily growing here, then you can pretty much tell that more shorts are opening here than longs, and price was putting in higher lows anyway, showing that maybe some of those shorts were getting absorbed here. And well, I took another long right about here, locked in some profits here after we filled this inefficiency, locked in some more profits at the VWAP, and this one ended up being a much better trade. I have my stop loss at entry for this one, and I already got a decent amount of profits locked in. So if we pump above VWAP here and keep making higher highs, I've got TP set higher. I think my next TP is above these highs, and yeah, it looks like we might be pumping above VWAP right now. So now as for levels that I'm watching, number one to the upside, we got like an area of confluence right around here, I'd say, where we got the PD value area high, a daily open. We have this high that we could SFP, and the golden pockets right in this area too. So what I would like to see here would either be an SFP of this high, just wick above it, maybe hit off the daily open and then lose the level. I would be looking for that, and I would want to see a large decrease of open interest, or I would want to see us kind of get above this daily open, maybe come into this golden pocket and do something like this doodle where we kind of form some market structure on the way up, put in a higher high, a higher low here, break structure, maybe get a retest, and then start to lose the daily open. And you don't have to wait for us to lose daily open to consider this. Some people like to enter as soon as structure breaks. Some people just like to enter on a retest. Maybe you can look for absorption here. But us, breaking structure and then starting to lose daily open would definitely give me, more confidence in this. And then, you can also look for us to lose the PD value area high for confidence in continuation, because then it becomes more likely that if we lose the PD value area high and this current range value area high, that we will make our way down to some of the volume levels below, like the point of control, like the PD point of control, or the value area low. So to the upside, this is like the first area I'm watching. It is pretty much around the highs of this little local range that we're in. And also to the upside, I talked about this idea before, the untapped weekly, and potentially SFPing this high. And to the downside, I would be looking at us maybe losing the value area low here, wicking down, grabbing some of this liquidity that's under all of these lows. Price, just making higher lows means that there wasn't really a run on liquidity. At least the stop losses that were down below the lows, those have not been hit yet. So, there's a good chance that there will still be stop losses under those lows. So maybe we grab that liquidity and then start to reclaim the value area low. And this idea I was looking at in my last video, the 30-minute order block, is now looking a bit nicer because the golden pocket is now aligned at the bottom of this box. So we now have a few specific areas we can look for in here. You can look at the NDPOC, you can look at the golden pocket, and also I got local uptrend value area low marked out there. So if I hide this folder, and if you take a volume profile of just this local uptrend, the value area low is coming in right around there as well. So I like the fact that the golden pocket is right below the value area low. You can look for us to bounce from the golden pocket and then reclaim the value area low. That would probably give me a bit more confidence. And this 30-minute order block is right around the point of control of this larger range as well. So that's something to keep in mind. We're kind of trading in the middle of the larger range, so I'd really want to see clear confirmations. And, because of the fact that it's in the middle of the larger range, I'll probably treat it as more of a scalp and, be more aggressive with de-risking. But yeah, right now, those are pretty much the levels I'm looking at. Right now we're literally in the middle of this local range, so I wouldn't really be interested in anything else until we get a move to the value area low or the value area high, unless I see something really convincing on the low time frames. Like I saw here. Another thing I forgot to mention with this trade was after we saw that 6-minute divergence, we saw something similar to what I was looking at on the 4-hour time frame in my last video, where we got a divergence as we put in the low, and then as we came down for a retest, we saw this direction continue with the momentum waves. I said this is usually a pretty good sign that momentum wants to continue pushing up. And you did also start to see that 6-minute money flow curve back to the upside as we came down for this retest. And plus the fact that we saw that absorption there. This had a lot of confirmations, so, I could have a decent amount of confidence in it. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for this video. I'm probably not going to be doing as much trading over the weekend, but I'll have my alerts set. If any of them go off, I'll just check the charts real quick, see what's going on. If I have a trade, if I see my confirmations, then I'll take one. But if not, I'm not stressing about trading over the weekend. Alright, well, thank you all for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate all of the support that I've been getting on my channel, and I will see you all in the next video.